What's happening, guys? Feast your eyes on this beauty. Flashback from the past, 1987 YZ250. It's a ripper. I'd put this motor on par with the new Yamaha two-stroke. I don't know how much they've changed since then, but this thing absolutely flies. I know they've made improvements in the suspension and brakes, obviously, pretty substantial in the frames, but this thing's got a lot of motor. If you're looking for a vintage motocross bike to put in your living room and look at, or one to put on the line and launch it in second gear and try to get the whole shot at the Vintage Nationals, this would be a good candidate. It's in absolutely beautiful condition. This is the last of the McNasty collection bikes that we picked up. Remember last summer when we had the 500s that came out of the trailer, one after the other after the other? Those were, a lot of those were from the McNasty collection, and so was this YZ250. It's had a frame off, what I would call a frame off preservation service. When we got it from McNasty's, the frame was already powder coated, and the wheels and tires were done. A lot of the work was done, but it still didn't have the new plastic kit, and the original tank needed repainted. So we sent the tank out to Ed at Mill Street Auto and had him do the gorgeous paint job that you see on the gas tank. Shane Kelly, our parts manager, bought all the parts, and we went through it top to bottom. It's got a new front fender on it. It's got a new front number plate, new radiator shrouds, new graphics. That's the original seat cover on the bike. I'm 95% sure the original seat cover. It's got a new rear fender, new side number plates on it. It has a, I'll have to pull a work order to make sure I'm not missing anything, but it has new gold chain on it, and I'm 99% sure it's a new rear sprocket too. The tires had been previously replaced by McNasty's. It's got new graphics on the swing arm. If you take a look, the swing arm is in absolutely pristine shape. Usually they're all bashed up from racing, and the rims are also in excellent condition. I'm pretty sure these are the original rims on this bike. I'm not positive, but I have to look into that. But they're Takasago XL rims. They may have been replaced at some point. I don't know, but they're in excellent condition. The fork lowers have been repainted, and the new Yamaha graphics have been installed. The frame, as you can see, was powder coated. It's got a nice layer of powder coating on there by McNasty's Customs. It's one of the things they do there. This is the original stock OEM pipe, and it's on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about an 8. It's got a couple little pea-sized dings in the front and a couple over here. Well, other than that, it looks good. The motor's been painted. The motor hauls ass. I'm 220 pounds at my gear on maybe 225, and this thing wheelies all the way up the driveway like nothing. Let me just go through the work order here. It's got new Ori black full waffle grips. It's got new Renthal RC handlebars on it. It's got a, the sprocket is new. It's a new JT 51 tooth rear sprocket, and it's a 520 gold chain. If you zoom in on the bars, you can see they are Renthal with the Renthal crossbar pad. It's got a new Pro Taper clutch Perch. It's one of the unbreakable ones that swivels up and down on the rubber thing there, and it has a quick adjust on it, so you can adjust it on the fly. Brand new twin air filter in it. It's got Maxima 80 weight gear oil, Maxima coolant in there. The coolant was flushed and refilled. It's got new Bel-Ray high temp DOT4 brake fluid, and it's got a new Fuel Petcock on it. So the engine compression tests out at a perfect 190 psi, and that's reflected in the third, fourth, and fifth gear wheelies this thing will do. The carburetor was removed and vapor blasted in the vapor blasting tank. It was cleaned and jetted to match the brand new FMF Power Core silencer on the back, and it was gone through top to bottom. It's had a complete nut and bolt safety check, and the wizard himself said this morning it was wizard tuned and approved. Looking at some of the componentry on it, like the rear shock, still has the original paint on the spring, and it's got the original Yamaha monoshock suspension sticker on there, where if this was raced, that would have been rubbed right off for sure. It's got some marks on there from my boots. I was riding it around this morning before we shot the video just to get a feel for it. I ripped it across the street a little bit, and she hauls ass. As of right now, it's clean, and it will be detailed one more time before it's sent out. So what you see is what you get. It's got upgraded super stock by IMS pegs. Are much nicer than the stock ones. The original Kickstarter has been, the aluminum's been polished on it. The entire engine's been painted. The exhaust has been removed and painted. And if you look at the bottom of the frame, you can see the original frame. This is something I always recommend checking on a bike, is in excellent condition on that side. And we'll check the other side also. That appears to be on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd say that's about a 10 right there, folks. There's not a single ding in it. That's about as good as it gets. The condition of the shock, the condition of the frame, and the overall condition of the bike indicate to me this is a very low hour piece that, like, if you watched our videos about the McNasty's customers, all the 500s we got from them had excellent frames, and all the bikes, the core bikes, were in excellent condition. So he knows enough, being an engine builder and a custom car builder, to start with a good core bike. Swing arms in pristine shape. So it's ready to go. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. And Junior, was there anything you'd like to add about shipping or anything else?
Guys, ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively. Message us it for a quote. That's all there is to it. Buy with assurance, guys.
Thanks for watching. God bless America.